And I do think, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm admitting this, I think Ripple is actually a good trade. I know. Now listen, you ask me as a trader or an investor.
Never in American history has a sitting president so blatantly violated the ethics laws.
I asked the ranking member. The gentleman was offered a moment to comment. The gentleman was.
Crypto's footing slips on the hill, as some reports read this morning. As a member of the most pro-crypto Congress ever, I wholeheartedly reject that premise.
And it's a matter of, I've told everybody about the don't fuck this up thesis of how to deal with volatility, how not to lose control of your tokens, because this stuff compounds over time. Bitcoin since 2012, 27.5 million % returns.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.14. We got Cointelegraph to pop things off today. The U.S. House Financial Service Committee has released discussion draft on the new crypto market structure bill. So it begins. Big Brad Garland House says Q1 2025 was an incredible quarter for Ripple, with our acquisition of Hidden Road and the end to the SEC case, not to mention institutional interest in XRP ETPs globally. Moving forward, the XRP markets report will look a little different. As some may remember, the objective of publishing these reports started in 2017 was transparency into Ripple's holding of XRP, which unfortunately was then used against us by the SEC and others. Our commitment to transparency doesn't change with this evolution. We will continue to publish our XRP holdings on the ripple.com/XRP site. Ripple and XRP related ongoing updates will also be shared through existing social channels. Ripple, the start of 2025 saw major momentum for Ripple and XRP and the broader crypto industry. CoinDesk chaos at the American Innovation in the Future of Digital Asset Roundtable held by a Joint House Committee and an Agriculture Committee on Financial Services.
Never in American history has a sitting president so blatantly violated the ethics laws.
I asked the ranking member. The gentleman was offered a moment to comment. The gentleman was offered a moment to comment on the objection. The gentleman is no longer recognized.
$2.9 billion.
The gentleman is no longer recognized. You will be recognized during this hearing.
Issuing a meme coin.
The gentleman, Mr. Lynch, would be noticed if he was in a hearing,
of which
he would have the ability to speak under the protections that are provided in the House rules. Ranking Member Lynch, you are no longer recognized by the chair. The gentlelady's objection is heard. We'll now move into the roundtable.
Chaos erupting at the American Innovation and the Future of Digital Asset Roundtable. Cointelegraph update: SEC Chair Paul Atkins will be giving the keynote address at the SEC Crypto Roundtable discussing tokenization on May 12th. Fidelity, NASDAQ, BlackRock, and Invesco are among the panelists participating. Tom Emmer: crypto is not right or left. It is the future and it is for everyone. Congress must work together to deliver on POTUS's promise to make America the crypto capital of the world, and it'll run on XRP.
Crypto's footing slips on the hill, as some reports read this morning. As a member of the most pro-crypto Congress ever, I wholeheartedly reject that premise. I want to remind everyone listening that crypto is not right or left. It's not Republican or Democrat. It's the future, and it's for everyone. In an increasingly digital world, America must step up as the leader in digital asset innovation and investment. President Trump vowed to make America the crypto capital of the world. And since day one, he's delivered by reversing Joe Biden and Gary Gensler's anti-crypto crusade. From signing a bill into law that repeals the Biden-era IRS rule that chilled DeFi innovation, to signing executive orders that create a strategic reserve of crypto and prohibit the establishment of a central bank digital currency. President Trump is positioning the United States as the world leader in digital assets. These are moves that can and should be celebrated by all of us. As the most pro-crypto, pro-innovation Congress ever elected, we are already taking bipartisan steps, I would argue nonpartisan steps, to ensure digital asset policy champions decentralization and open, permissionless, and private innovation. This is the only viable path forward. By originating the regulatory framework for crypto here in Congress, the future of digital assets will be determined by the American people and their representatives, as it should be. The moment to get this done is now, and we need to get it done together. If we fail to provide clarity that protects innovators and consumers alike, the future of crypto and the opportunities it brings will belong to another nation. To deliver on President Trump's crypto promises that individuals in both parties can get behind, Congress must keep taking steps closer to getting a nonpartisan, or you guys like to report bipartisan, regulatory framework across the finish line, and quickly. With that, I turn it over to our leader.
Riz XRP. We'll see the stars to infinity and beyond.
In the Everything Code is debasement of currency. There are only two assets that matter in the entire world. One is technology, and two is crypto. And crypto dwarfs everything else. It is the greatest performing asset in all recorded history. We've never had anything like this before. So here's Bitcoin since 2012, 130% annualized. That's including 3 gigantic drawdowns. Ethereum at 113 and Solana at 142. And Solana obviously starts later. So the magnitude of the returns is enormous. The volatility we have to stomach to do it is the game. And it's a matter of, I've told everybody about the don't fuck this up thesis of how to deal with volatility, how not to lose control of your tokens, because this stuff compounds over time. Bitcoin since 2012, 27.5 million % returns. Again, nothing ever has remotely come close to this.
Jack McDonald, big month of events on deck, kicking things off in Toronto at the Stablecoin Payments House next Tuesday, followed by CoinDesk's Consensus. Looking forward to discussing all things RLUSD and institutional stablecoin adoption. If you're in town, let's connect. Jack McDonald, Ripple, stablecoins, XAIF, crypto breaking. Kevin O'Leary, strategic Bitcoin reserve will never happen. Michael Saylor is just talking his book. As Jack Dorsey rightly said, Bitcoin will fail if people stop using it for everyday payments and only see it as a store of value. It was always about XRP, built for utility, speed, and real-world adoption, built for the internet of value.
Senator Loomis has introduced a bill, the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill. And I want to know if you think that bill is good for America and good for our economy.
Thank you. Just a quick fact check. Alberta, Canada has 5 times more oil and gas than the entire United States. So start sucking up right now. Now, Michael Saylor is talking his book, all right? The guy sells stock and pref shares and debt and then buys Bitcoin with it. The stock trades at twice the value of the inherent Bitcoin. That smells like something that ain't gonna work long term. Just saying. I like the guy, but it has nothing to do with strategic reserve of Bitcoin, which will never happen because we'll never get buy off on a bipartisan basis. However, what...
Just in, Cointelegraph Treasury Secretary Scott Besnet claims that having a central bank digital currency, CBDC, is a sign of weakness.
Sir, we believe that digital assets belong in the private sector. And my personal view is that having a central bank digital currency is a sign of weakness, not strength, because really the reason, if there is a reserve, say a reserve manager or a foreign central bank holds US dollars, then there is a wide variety of US assets they can invest in. You would create a central bank digital currency just for ease of use because there are no good choices for underlying assets.
And so you're saying you would not be in favor of the Federal Reserve issuing such a currency?
No, sir.
DAI, the clown doing the interview, has been part of the anti-Ripple, anti-XRP marketing team for years. Pumps meme coins like it's his job while pretending to be confused by XRP. Going to be fun watching him place firmly on the wrong side of history. Riz, Ran, we all know it's going up. What are we buying? Wait for it.
We know it's going up. What are we buying?
Well,
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, obviously. I mean, I've been saying this for a long time. You know this. I've been on your show saying this. When the ETFs came out for Bitcoin, I basically was like, Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to go higher for a very long time because I think a lot of people in crypto, especially retail crypto traders, don't understand the magnitude of institutional flows, okay? As these institutional flows come in, they're not going to Ethereum because people can't understand what Ethereum is. It goes into Bitcoin. And as more and more of those flows go into Bitcoin, you have to be overweight Bitcoin, period. Now,
Bitcoin.
Yeah, so Bitcoin, we're short ETH. I see no reason to own it. We have it as a hedge in our portfolio. Fundamentally, I've been saying this for years now, there is no reason to own the asset. The technology itself was like the BlackBerry of smart contract platforms. There's better L1s out there. Obviously, I'm a Solana bull, but there's better L1s out there that bring real utility and use cases for mass adoption versus Ethereum.
All right, what else?
I like Solana, of course. Fundamentals are crushing it. They are 2/3 of all blockchain activity across every network, even in the slowdown that we've had over the past few months.
What else?
And I do think, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm admitting this, I think Ripple is actually a good trade. I know. Now listen, you ask me as a trader or an investor, where do I think there's upside? Part of the reason is, remember, I run a fund. Ripple is one of the most liquid assets out there.
I can't believe what I've just heard, but you heard it from the man himself. Joe, it's so good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
They're starting to jump on that XRP bandwagon, but the trains left the station. Strobe protocol built on the XRP ledger, powered by the new XRP ledger, EVM, sidechain, and Axelar. Strobe will turn idle XRP into yield-generating permissionless DeFi ready to put your assets to work. Early access, waitlist, now live. Mustache altcoins total 2. Doesn't that look exciting? Total cryptocurrency market cap setting up that next run up. And with that being said, the crypto philosopher, they told you crypto is a scam, the dollar is a scam the whole time. They manipulated everyone to think crypto is a scam and riddle it with rugs, so you're only thinking it's a scam and it's not being the next money system. And those who have their eyes on the prize are loading up on the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetime. XRP, the only digital asset with legal clarity with utility, will be the premier go-to blockchain in the utility era, the use case era, and the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Richless, where those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed. We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Can you take me with you when we blow up? Can you take me with you when we blow up?